Hi, this is Sedu, and I'm gonna share something about big data analytics, which is very booming nowadays. And I have been learning this in recent past, and I would like to summarize some crisp points or some must-known facts about the same emerging field, big data analytics. So let us start. And as we know, data is the new oil. It's the upcoming fossil fuel, and big data has something important, really important to do with the future generations, say the next 20 to 30 years. So let's go through what and how it is all about. Yeah. First, let us see why recent explosion of digital data is so popular. I would like to summarize this answer in my point of view, in my very own point of view. I have not browsed this in any websites, so it will be quite funny. But I thought it was the real reason, because one thing is humans like to or tend to work less nowadays, and computers had no other option. And the second one is we got bored of making strategies with mind approximation. So there were always some deviations or fluctuations when a person makes any strategic decision. So since the computer has no any inductive emotional feeling, it can sense good, it can sense the real thing, it can focus the real thing. So maybe that was the reason. And because the third reason is we are more populating than ever, and how else can we maintain data? The paper statistical records are no longer useful, because even Tamil Nadu has some lakhs and crores of population now and then. So that's also a reason. And the last real reason is because you can't manage what you don't measure. Always when an organization has to work healthier, it has to be well known about its own resources in any terms. So that was the reason. So these are some reasons I can think of for the explosion of recent digital data. And let me say what it gives and what it reduces, what it offers and what it reduces to the person who is using it. Let me first clarify the person who is more at the end of using big data analysis, more at the end of using the platforms that easily simplify the big data analytics, or some senior level executives. No technical person or no lower level employee actually goes and fumbles with lots of syllabi, and they don't actually want to get any data. All they have is physical work. So what I think is, a senior level executive, when he's forcibly put in a situation to take care of his organization with the help of big data, there is two things that he can be happier about. And one thing is, solely even the biggest role gets ruled out of the list, that is the strategic decision making. One skill that a manager should have is human resource handling, and the other skill is decision making. So the second skill gets ruled out from the moment when he or she started using big data analytics. And the second thing is, it's easy to plan with confidence, and it's easy to wipe out the previous wrong decisions with future forecasting, because you have the legitimacy to use or forecast the future with your previous data. Yeah. And this is one interesting example I got when I was browsing. It's from the Medium app. It's a quite popular app where people write stories or articles, and the app always gets loaded with so much of insightful articles. And the first figure, what's shown as initial visualization, is the top 100 articles are marked with green color, or some articles related to the tags of big data, data science, and data visualization. And the orange color boxes are quite non-popular. Non-popular in the sense we are measuring with the parameters such as links they have counted, number of links they have counted, and number of images they have cited, and the ideal reading time, the total reading time that's required for measuring the entire article. And the second diagram, what you have shown on the screen, is analyzed result or fact. It shows that number of images in the article is very less, then the post gets very less number of recommendations from other people. In other words, people tend to grab more knowledge from posts or articles or stories that have images. And on the other hand, the articles which have less number of images are always observed as less informative. Yeah, this is the analysis result, one sort of big data analysis result, what you gathered from the Medium app. Okay, so factually, academically, what do we get extra in big data analytics over usual analytics? Or three things, three V's. Some people add some more V's, but these three contribute the maximum to the features of big data. One thing is velocity, other one is volume, and the last one is variety. These are the key differences that separate normal analytics and the big data analytics results. So let's get to them in detail. First thing is the volume. As of 2012, the record says that about 2.5 exabytes of data are created each day. And just like the number of transistors in any electronic device gets doubled actually for every 6 months, the same story happens here. Number is doubling every 40 months or so. 2.5 exabytes of data on 2012, and it's doubling for every 40 years. So imagine how much of data that's being generated from so many places. I think we know the sources where these many data are generated. As we know, it's social network, let it be FB or Insta or any other social network, and the websites where we daily used to register for getting information about something, and professional communication apps like Gmail and so on. All monsters, they need our data. Our data is what making money for them. And so volume plays a major role. And the second thing is velocity. The speed of data creation is even more important than the volume for some websites, because I've heard one example regarding this. A group of MIT Media Lab used the location data from mobile phones to infer how many people were in some X parking slots on Black Friday. The start of Christmas shopping season, it's the Black Friday is the start of Christmas shopping season in the United States, and this made it possible to estimate the retailer's sales on that critical day, even before Macy's itself had recorded those sales. It means that some crucial period requires generation of data in nanoseconds, in microseconds, and it's more important rather than generating tons of data. So also the rate at which the data is generated matters a lot for making money for some really big monsters. And the third thing is variety, because nowadays every now and then, every fraction of moment, a new technology arises and emerges, then it just vanishes or disappears. So all kind of data that's being generated has to be brought to attention, and once the boom is over, it has to be left for some reasons. So variety also plays a major role uh, in dealing with or in analyzing the big amount of data. And one thing that we should know about big data is there has been a saying or a wrong assumption, and that really need to be changed. Is big data's power does not erase the need for vision or human insight. It may sophisticate the humans, but it's not evil. But it's not an evil thing. So, in no way it reduces the human insight. Humans get lowered only because of their insights, and not because of big data's insights. So, yeah, I thought of sharing you the two hyperlinks that provided some really useful information for me in making this video. So hope you enjoy. Thank you.